You spell it?
It's Hues.
No wonder I can't never.
H-U-E-S.
I thought it was Hue.
Hues. Like hues can be more than one.
Strange hues.
What's up, everybody? It's Strange Hues. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. This is the original Strange Hues. I have my mom here with me, and we are going to be talking about her locks today.
Hello, everyone.
So, first things first, this is my mama. As you can see, we look alike. And I started her locks with some braid locks, and she complemented her locks with some lock extensions. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about that a little bit, because I do get a lot of questions about certain ways that you need to start locks, but I don't think there is one certain way. And this was also a really cool way to start locks that my mom finished off herself, because the way I did them didn't really look like much that first day. So this is a braid lock. And my mom has a really loose texture of hair. Her texture has changed over time as she went natural. So it's really soft. And the 2-strand twist and comb coils wouldn't hold. So I braided, I don't know how many, we never counted your locks.
90.
You counted them?
Yeah.
So 90 locks, braid locks that she covered with lock extensions. And she came down this weekend for us to retighten her hair.
And it's all really tight, and I feel really manicured.
It's cute. So the reason we went with, well, she went with her gray hairs because we both naturally have gray hair in the front. So my hair is gonna look like this one day as well. Like y'all have heard me talk about my 2 old wise men in the front. My hair is gonna look like that eventually, but her hair is still black in the back, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and what I'll do is, as it grows, I'm gonna transition this hair, take it out, and lock it with a color that matches what's growing.
All right. And you said like eventually you were going to either cut them with the regular lock grows all the way.
So let me explain. If you look at it, can you see I started the lock at the tip of where you started locking. So none of the faux lock is wrapped around my
actual lock.
It's just at the tip.
Okay.
But they are the same width as you stretch down. They're the same width. Whereas my natural hair, the lock was thicker up here, and then as it got down to the bottom, it thinned out. That's why I added the hair to make it thick.
Yeah, and it was only thin because you were coloring it.
Yeah, I did a
because you were natural for how long before you started coloring your hair? Like 3 years?
Yeah.
So she was like a loose natural for 3 years, but me and her have fine hair. So her used to be thicker, but you know, as you age and as you have kids, I guess your hair texture changes.
Yeah, it just changed and it wasn't as, the gray hair is a lot more difficult to manage. So by trying to color the gray, it actually damaged my natural hair. And so I just decided no more coloring. And the remedy was to match the gray and leave color out, and then I have to protect what I already had. Rather than doing another big chop, I just wrapped what I had to protect it, to keep the length.
This is something I would have done if I would have known lock extensions were an option for me. But that's another reason why I tell you all the time I'm not coloring my hair, because my hair is like my mom's to an extent. So if I color it, it will, you know, it will.
The problem is if you color this a week or 2 days later, I would see
your new growth coming in,
and
already.
It would be already gray. So it would seem like I would color for nothing. So I decided to, and it's really just around the front. The gray is really just around here, and up in the middle is mostly salt and pepper. So it just looks like I'm totally gray, but at some point I'll transition back to just being salt and pepper. I may try to color my hair then when I'm like this, which she doesn't.
Don't do that.
I'm just thinking about it.
I'm just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. Hi, Shori. So what do you like most about being locked? How long have you been locked for? Since October, maybe?
Of last year?
2020? Yeah, it was last year sometime.
Oh yeah, yeah. October 2020.
October, that's cute. October.
Yeah, October 20. That's what I call it. October 2020. That's when I got my locks.
So What does life look like now that you've locked your hair?
It's so wonderful, except when it grows in. I like to get my hair manicured more often because I'm just gonna have to get used to the puffiness. So I'm getting used to that point. But what surprises me is if I'm out somewhere and I feel like, oh, it's puffy, it's not manicured properly, and somebody says, oh, I really like your locks. Then I'm like, oh, I'm still rocking it. I got it. So
see, it's the locks. It's the locks. I tell you, life makes life
it's not an issue. So it boosts my confidence to be able to endure, because I had to meet the challenge. I was gonna give up on this, and certain people made a comment about, she gonna cut it. You know she gonna cut it. And I've decided, no, I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm going to not cut it. I'm gonna continue, even though it was difficult to maintain. And I just had to come up with an idea to keep them locked. And that's why I ended up using the faux lock method.
The lock extensions were a great idea, because when I was finished, I was like, she not about to wear that.
She didn't have any faith in me. Her and her friend Gabby did not. And I heard the conversation. They were like, oh, she gonna cut it. And I was like, I'm gonna prove them wrong.
But you would have cut it had you not done the
still have some days where I wake up, I'm like,
and the thing is, you still might cut it, and that's fine. But what it's doing is, especially during this time where you have to, your mom, the teacher, she got to still go to work, which is the thing really about it is,
it's more pros than cons,
right,
on a daily basis. And because of that, it allows me to be able to just glide right through those moments of wanting to cut it. It only lasts very, very small increments of time, and then I just move on. So I think over time that'll subside.
Yeah, it's kind of like days I always see like cute naturals with their loose hair, and I be like, oh, I would miss my hair being like that, and then I remember how long it took. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't miss that at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And then I think about all the time I took I invested in locking each one of these. I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna cut these.
No, right now. That take like 2 days.
It took me 4. It was over a holiday break, and I just did
4
because I did it at the pace that I wanted to do it. So I did a section, and I watched TV, and then maybe the next day I did the back section. So
right,
I just took my time. Plus, it's just my hands are not as young as.
I tell them all the time, I'm not dexterous.
Yeah.
So I can't, well, you could cornrow and stuff. Like, you could do hair.
Yeah,
she did my hair all the time that I was relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't try to blame that on me.
No, it wasn't. The relaxer low-key was your fault.
It was my mama's fault. My mom was a beautician.
Whoever.
So she taught me.
But the thing is, I'm saying why my hair was still healthily relaxed. She was the one taking care of it. It wasn't until I put my hands in it that it started breaking off, bald spots.
It's just at when you become a middle school age, you tend to kind of release the
cracking
to you. I gave you
cracking,
whatever,
the hair,
and I think you were just kind of over.
It was a lot. Especially going to school.
Most middle school girls have issues with their hair. I had issues with mine, but the only reason they didn't last long is my mom was a beautician. I went to the beauty shop every week with her just to go to work with her, and I would get my hair done. So
I didn't have that luxury.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, so the way that my mom we interlock my mom's hair because that's all I know how to do.
So find one that shows up good.
Let's see. If you get my face out the thing, you can see her interlock about 1 inch long, and then you can see how it blends effortlessly into the rest of her faux lock. Yeah. But back here, you'll see like there's a clear demarcation of black to gray. So all the black is her hair, and this gray faux lock is the faux lock.
And at some point, I'll change the hair because it's easy to remove. I just have to
just cut it out.
Cut only the faux lock out. Slide it out of where I looped it into my braid, and then crochet another piece in that matches the faux lock.
Right. So the way she did it is she crocheted, like she said, at the end of where the lock really began. So basically where her hair got thin, that's where she went ahead and interlocked.
So
Up and wrapped
let
down.
me just describe it. When she braided my hair, I just wore crochet until first time she interlocked. That's when I did the faux lock. So I knew where the interlock had started. And then when you came in, you manicured what do you call it when you
interlock?
You interlocked it again. I could tell that I had started at the tip, and I'm willing to lose whatever was at the tip.
Means that thin hair.
So if I did cut it, I'm only gonna lose a little bit of the interlocking.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna cut it. I won't cut it. These are gonna be here forever, and I'm just glad I can maintain it by taking these out and replacing new interlocks. But this will be here for at least a year. Well, no, I
mean, if you make it a year.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna change it before that. You know, I need something to do with my hair. I gotta keep it.
Yeah, I do know. I do know. So the thing is, too, with yours, we don't interlock it as often as we interlock. Like, I interlock every 8 weeks. I think we only interlock you every 12 weeks because her parts are bigger. So you can't interlock big parts over and over again that quickly. So I think we do every 3 months or every 4 months. And she'll have like an inch new growth. And I think I had I had a comment that asked, do you waste new growth that way? And it's like, you don't waste it. But it's not like pulling and retwisting. And you have a sensitive scalp like I do. There is no pulling. There is no back combing. There is no retwisting. The interlocking was enough.
That's
so, yeah.
I can't take no more.
We have high pain tolerances, but not in our head.
Well, I just know if I spray a little oil, that relieves the pulling for a minute. And after about a day and a half, it's better.
That's everybody.
It's worth it. It's worth the look.
It's worth it.
This has been interesting.
Yeah, this is how I spend my free time.
Oh.
What that mean? This is fun for me.
I know, okay.
Anywho, thank you everybody for watching this video. Please comment down below what methods of locking that you've used or you're considering. I appreciate you for joining us here for this video. Please put a little heart if you got to the end, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.